Innovation is not a hoodie, a pitch deck, or an office filled with whiteboards. Innovation is a problem solved in a way that creates better value. It can happen in software. It can also happen in a repair shop, a farm, a factory, a hospital, supply room, a construction crew, or a delivery route. Innovation needs veterans, but it needs veterans who are willing to test the improvement, not simply announce it. In episode 9, we saw how rule constraints can shape better business models. That is innovation. When a company changes a route so technicians reach more customers with less downtime, that can be innovation. When a manufacturer changes a fixture so work becomes safer and more consistent, that can be innovation. When a farm turns a byproduct into something customers value, that can be innovation. When a cybersecurity firm makes a complicated control understandable that to a small organization, that can be innovation. The common element is not novelty for its own sake. It is useful improvement. There are at least 4 places a founder can look for innovation. Product. What could perform better, last longer, cost less over its lifetime, or serve a group that currently products ignore? Service. What could become easier to access, clearer to understand, faster to deliver, or more trustworthy? Process. Where is the work delayed, duplicated, unsafe, inconsistent, or dependent on memory? Business model. Could the customer pay in a different way? Share an asset, subscribe to a service, a bundle demand, or receive an outcome instead of buying a piece of equipment. These categories keep innovation connected to a result. You are not asking, how can I add artificial intelligence to this? You are asking, where does value break down and what method improves it? Technology can be part of the answer. It is not automatically the answer. Some veterans have worked inside complex systems where logistics, maintenance, communication, safety, and timing mattered every single day. Some learned to adapt equipment or procedures when ideal resources were unavailable. Some learned to conduct after-action reviews and separate the plan from what actually occurred. Some worked across technical specialties and had to translate information so a team could act. Those experiences may help a founder notice processes, failure, and think in systems. But we need the same qualification from episode 3. Not every veteran has the same experience, and military adaptation does not automatically perceive commercial innovation. The customer still decides whether the improvement matters. The operation still has to deliver it reliably. The economics still have to work. The technology still has to be secure, legal, supportable, and understandable. Better is not a measurement. Define what should change. Time per job, error rate, downtime, fuel use, industry risk, consumer wait time, inventory loss, rework, energy use, total cost. Then establish the baseline. If the current process takes 6 hours, how much time does the new method save under normal conditions? If defects occur in 4 of every 100 units, does the change reduce them without creating a new problem somewhere else? If software automates a task, how often does a person need to correct it? What data does it expose? And what happens when the system fails? Innovation becomes credible when the result can be observed, tested, and repeated. The first experiment should be large enough to teach you something and small enough to survive. Choose one customer group, one workflow, one measurable result. Document the current condition, introduce the change, and watch what actually happens. Did people use it as intended? Did the improvement last after the founder left the room? What new cost, delay, or risk appeared? A controlled pilot protects the customer and the company from an expensive assumption. It also creates better evidence for the next buyer. Scaling before learning can turn a correctable flaw into inventory, technical debt, warranty claims, or lost trust. Veterans understand rehearsals and after-action reviews. Bring that discipline into the commercial test. Then change the solution when the evidence demands it. A technical, impressive solution can fail because people will not or cannot adopt it. Maybe it disrupts a trusted workflow. Maybe training takes too long. Maybe the buyer and user have different priorities. Maybe it creates a cybersecurity or compliance concern. Maybe the customer cannot finance the upfront costs even if the long-term economics are strong. The founder has to understand the whole adoption system. Who uses it? Who approves it? Who maintains it? Who becomes responsible when it fails? What evidence does each person need? That is why innovation begins with people and operations, not only invention. Small manufacturers can explore the NIST Manufacturing Extension Partnership Network for localized experience involving technology, workforce, supply chain, and competitiveness. Eligible small business pursuing research and development may examine federal SBIR and STTR opportunities. SBDOVs, university, industry associations, laboratories, customers, and technical partners may also support development, but a program does not certify that an idea is good. A grant does not create adaptation. A pilot does not guarantee scale, and government funding should not become an excuse to avoid a real customer strategy. Use support to reduce uncertainty and build evidence. Do not use it to hide from the market. Choose one process you understand. Ask 5 questions. What outcome was supposed to occur? What actually occurred? Where did time, money, quality, safety, or trust break down? What small change could be tested without risking the whole operation? What measurement would tell us whether it worked? That is an innovation after action review, AAR. It does not require a patient. It requires attention, evidence, and the willingness to improve. America needs innovation in technology. It also needs innovation in the ordinary systems that keep the country moving. Veterans can contribute because some have learned to see missions, constraints, people, equipment, and risk as the one operating system. But experience must become evidence. Define the problem, measure the baseline, test the change, study adaptation, protect the user, then improve again. In episode 11, we'll move into a market where capability, compliance, and patience matter deeply. Government contracting certification may open a door. It will not perform the contract for you. Innovation is not where you live or know how you dress. It is the discipline to make something work better. So subscribe to VestVet Debrief, and we'll see you on the next episode. We'll see you then.